Hello, everybody. Welcome to Walk in Purpose. This is episode 18. Episode 18, we've come a long way. I also want to say thank you for everybody for your huge, amazing support. We are now on Spotify. We're now on Apple. We are everywhere. Thank you for your great, overwhelming, positive support. For anybody that's listening that's brand new, Walk in Purpose is about men talking about mental health, about men talking about growth, about men expressing their talents, about men breaking the stigma that men can't talk about their feelings pretty much. Sometimes we talk about life, sometimes we joke, sometimes we laugh, talk about sports, whatever we talked about. This is a safe place, no judgment, no egos, and anything. I am here with a great friend of mine. We go back a long way. This is my gym partner, my bro for life, Asa Williams. Feel free to introduce yourself, bro.
What's good, man? My name's Asa. You know what I'm saying? Most know me by Asa the Prodigy. We out here, bro. I'm kicking it with the homies, man. We're going to talk some stuff up, man. And we vibing today. You know, we here. You know, we got you can follow me on any social media at The Real ATP. The Black Gift is out right now. I got some other music right now. You just want to look and see, you know what I'm saying, what music I'm cooking up. Just go to Apple Music, Spotify, type in ASATHEPRODIGY. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, get at your boy, you know, but we here right now. You know what I'm saying? We here for the podcast time. You know what I'm saying? This is man time. So we here. What's happening?
And let me just say, in case anybody doesn't know, this is a great man. This is a great young man for positive, humble spirit, very talented.
Thank you, man.
Recognize this voice. Recognize this face. You're going to see this man everywhere. I promise you that. How you feeling right now, bro? Like, what's going on this year?
I'm feeling good, man. We really just working hard. Me and the guys, you know, the production team, just making sure that we can put out the best music as we possibly can. Really just, we got a big chip on our shoulder. You know, I feel like, you know, we really have the potential, not even potential, like we're one of the best, you know what I'm saying? We're one of the best, some of the best coming up in the game right now. And right now we're just proving that, you know what I'm saying? We're just making sure that the art matches up with what we talking about. It matches up with the energy we bring. And I can't say that I'm one of the best without me having the catalog that shows that I'm one of the best, especially with these new generation of artists. So just as for me, I actually got a session with Izzy Lemons tomorrow. Nice. Shout out Lo-Fi, shout out Just Dre, shout out Izzy Lemons, shout out Stoken, Jay Peso, Michael Seven, Dom, you know what I'm saying, Heavy with it, the whole squad, man, Sacred, CJ, everybody from top to bottom, Running J, I can't even forget Running J, man, Nick Padilla, you know what I mean, you know, everybody who's worked with me, bro, you know, but we just all making sure that we growing and we're putting our best foot forward and just making the best music possible, man, and just getting it to the people, distributing it, feeding it, and, you know, we rocking out like that. So I feel good. All that being said, I know that was a pretty long-winded answer.
Great.
But, you know, yeah, you know, that's just what it is. I feel good. I feel great. I'm confident that the God that I serve, I wanted my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, bro, he really gave me some abilities that I'm learning that I have, you know, outside of music and inside of music. So just being able to tap into those and, you know, bring it to the light and show why we deserve to be at the top. You know what I mean? That's what time we on.
Nice, yeah. Man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're putting out persistent work every single time, and I'm definitely one person listening in the gym. So
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So all the time. Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. So this year has been, I would say it's been crazy, but at the same time, it's brought out a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people who are really tapping into their gifts pretty much. Yeah. And I feel like I'm one of them. Like, in what positive way can you spend 2020 for yourself or anybody that's listening pretty much?
Man, honestly, 2020, at least for me, and just certain people that I'm around, the homies, I mean, everybody's really been able to grow up here. You know, really be able to grow mentally, and really just make the best of the time. You know, when we're in a situation or in a circumstances like these where everybody's been home and everybody's had time to reflect, there's been a lot of just looking in the mirror. You know, certain things that we want in life or want to accomplish. Sometimes we can't necessarily accomplish those things without God really dealing with certain things on the inside of us that we didn't even know existed. You know, problems. That we didn't even know we had. So for 2020 for me, bro, it's been a very, very reflective state. But I strongly believe that this season, it will be the reason why within the next 2 to 3 years, me personally and just the people that I'm around and just the people in general that have been looking in the mirror, really been growing spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, just in all aspects of life. This right here will be the reason why everybody's going to be able to thrive, because we had the time that none of our predecessors had before us. You feel me? Nobody before us had the world stop and had something like an iPhone or a smartphone to be able to access information like that. Folks been home for like 6 months. There's no generation before us that have been able to be home, not only just for 6 months, but to have the access to the information, to have access to just certain things that we have access to allow us to grow. I mean, the technology is different. The information is different. And, you know, if you pray and you believe, you know what I mean? You've had time to fast sometimes. I mean, some people, the people who you know, are into that, whoop-de-whoop, you've had time to fast, you know what I'm saying? I know for sure there's been a lot of things that Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit have been able to speak to me that help boost my whole spectrum, you know, game-changing stuff that I've been able to see in my life and in my walk. So that's really how it's flipped. Because before that, I was supposed to hit up LA. I was supposed to link down with some people in Miami, some people that really believe in me, you know, some heavy hitters in the game. You know, they really looked out for me. I was supposed to link up with them. I was supposed to link up with Runner and Lo-Fi in Atlanta. I was supposed to go all over the place and do a whole bunch of different stuff. But I mean, even certain shows that I had lined up, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. But I'm thankful that I had this time, because the last thing you want to do is be able to get to where you want to go and crumble when you get there because of something that went undealt with, something that you ain't necessarily have the time or even think about addressing, some trauma that you had from years ago that you buried and pushed under. Especially us as men, that's what we do. We bury stuff and bury stuff and bury stuff and don't even. So times like this, you ain't got nothing else to do but to face what you got going on, but to face what's going on up here, face what's going on in your spirit, and it forces you to grow. So I really feel like God really he gave us beauty for the ashes, man. You know, so I don't, you know, that's how it was flipped for me. That's how it was flipped for a lot of people I know. And that's how I see it. You know, it's very unfortunate, just the situation and the circumstances, the lives and just everything that happened. I know people that had it. I know people that I know people who had family members that passed from it. Mm-hmm. I know people that got over it, and it was scary. I knew people that had it, you know what I'm saying, personally, like, but you know, it's that growth that we've all had as a people, that we couldn't have got it any other time, you know.
That is a great point for anybody that's listening, and you're looking at 2020 as something negative. You're looking at 2020 as there is no way out. There's still a victory in 2020. There's still time for you to work on yourself. I'm one of them. Ace is one of them. It don't have to be a podcast. It don't have to be a rap. It could be anything you decide to do. Whether you write down whatever you want to do in life, write down your goals, and it could be the smallest step for you taking on that journey. 2020 can still be your year. If anybody's listening, you feel like giving up, you feel like it's hopeless. You're looking at the news and feel like COVID this and the president said this and that's going on. 2020 can still be your year.
And I agree with that statement, man. I agree with that 100%. I feel like everybody's going to come out stronger. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be coming out stronger because of this. You know what I'm saying? If you allow it, the season to do that. I mean, sometimes we don't really understand what God is doing in the season, but you know, that's you gotta peep game. You gotta see what he's doing. Cause Matthew Stevenson, he said that shout out Matthew Stevenson. If y'all know who that is, y'all go look that up on your own time, you know. But he had said today, he was like if 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, but God has done something, he's doing something, and that means that he's going to do something else. Basically, is what he was saying. If you know that God has brought you through, because he ain't bring you this far to, you know what I'm saying, for COVID to just completely ruin everything. You know what I mean? He ain't bring us this far and bring people this far to have everything shattered in your life. He got a plan for your life. So he's like, if he brought you from this, you know, in my case, I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. You know what I mean? If y'all know what the 757 is, that place ain't, you know what I mean? That place ain't nothing sweet. It ain't nothing to play with. So it's like, okay, he brought me from here. So what's he doing in this season in my life to allow me to flourish in the next season of my life? So it's just, you know, you got to come out stronger after this. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
That's a good point. Just coming out stronger and learning how to face adversities, face challenges. And that goes to my next question. As far as like your past, have you ever faced anything where it was challenging to you, whether it's depression, whether it's suicide, or anything like that, or just any challenge you had to face in your past?
Man, just I mean, externally, I faced some stuff. I mean, just I went to a predominantly white private school growing up, despite being in a wild area. My parents really made some crazy sacrifices to be able to afford for me to go to that school. I wasn't really treated the best just by certain people, you know what I'm saying, whether it was bullying, whether it was racism that I experienced or whatever have you, and just how that took a toll on me mentally. I wasn't really confident. I was chubby. The girls didn't necessarily like me. This is the Bieber era. So if you're not a Caucasian male with a bowl cut in 2008 or 2009, bro, you really out of luck. You know what I mean? In a predominantly white area, you know, at least the school was. Yeah. You really out of luck. So, I mean, between that, whether it was moving from Portsmouth to Maryland and having to start all over, and I really was blessed to be able to link with some people down there that I could, you know, really build with and record with. And we didn't have like a studio, like, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. We had FL Studio, to my music people listening. We just had FL, and we had no type of plugins, bro. We had a USB mic and freaking Skull Candy headphones, bro. That was it. That was all we had to really work with. We didn't really know how to mix anything. So, and we're thinking that's great because there wasn't really any studios where I was from. So between that and then having to leave that and be blessed to be in a situation, okay, now I got a studio, now I got this and that based off of relationships that God placed in my life. I mean, man, the adversity of me even getting here, to just overcoming the confidence issues that I had, overcoming the resources that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? That really was like manna from heaven to the boy. So, you know, it's a lot of Bible references. It's just my life. That's just what it is. But it was like, bro, that joint was crazy. You know what I mean? Just certain things that happen. Like if I told you the whole story, bro, and one of these days I am going to probably make a movie out of my life. When I tell people the whole story, bro, it's like, no way this actually happened. Like, no way you just met Timbaland on a one-way, you know what I'm saying, ticket to Miami practically that you ain't even know was a one-way ticket. Bruh, I got so many stories that I was blessed to really come out of unscathed, man. Like the fact that I'm here in the position that I'm in with the dropping the music I'm dropping, being around the people I'm around, bro, it just goes to show you, bro, that with God all things are possible, bro. Because honestly, like I be talking about God so much, bro, because it won't even me. Like, yeah, I write well. You know what I mean? Yeah, I make good music. You know, I took the time to practice my craft, XYZ. But there's a lot of people that practice their craft. There's a lot of people that's talented. There's a lot of people that they have a gift and they have the drive and they have the passion. But everybody don't end up being in the position that I'm in, and everybody don't end up making it. That's just the honest to God truth. Yeah. So when you with God, bro, all things are possible, bro. Everything I have is because of my relationship with him. It was nothing necessarily that I did, you know what I'm saying, to really get what I had. It's none but God's favor, bro. And just my faith, I will say the faith factor that he was going to come through for me, because faith without works is dead. So even if I didn't have the resources, but my faith met God halfway, and the work with faith, it go hand in hand. So it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It went like that. and he just showed up, bro. Like every time, like I ain't never lost. I ain't never lost. No matter how much, no matter how crazy it got, no matter how many people wanted to take my spot, no matter how many people didn't want to see me, you know, do what I'm doing right now, no matter how much hate I got in the beginning, bro, I couldn't lose, you know? No matter how much dirt they tried to throw on my name, I couldn't lose, but I couldn't lose by the grace of God, bro. That's just what that is. So that's just the honest truth, bro. If I could tell y'all another story, bro, if I could tell y'all another, give y'all another answer, like to you know, how the boy then, you know what I'm saying, overcame his moves and his obstacles, bro, I would, but I don't got anything else other than it was nothing but God's grace, bro. Straight like that.
It's definitely like with God on your side, you can get through anything. You can push.
That's facts.
You recently spoke on a point where when you was in school, you had issues with confidence, pretty much.
Yeah.
What moment was that for you when you feel like, you know what, I need to break out of this. I want to take that step to break out of this issue with confidence, pretty much.
Man, you know, my mom always was just like, she always told me, nobody can love you till you love yourself. That was always her that was always her thing. It still is her thing.
Yeah.
To this day. But I kind of I got tired of being sick and tired. I got tired of being the bed, and I got tired of being the butt of all the jokes. I got tired of just feeling so like trash, garbage all the time. I got sick of that. And you know, I was teased for wanting to be a rapper in the beginning, because it was like, where I'm from, the only person that even made it out my city like that is Missy Elliott. Yeah. Like, that was it. And we ain't never seen her in person. So Missy Elliott to us, growing up in the 7-5, is like a myth. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see this person. We know that she came from here, but we don't see no remnants of that stuff moving in the city. So it was like, you being around, yeah, okay, whatever, of course. Right. And the one black kid at the school full of white people that wants to be a rapper, of course, like, it was just set up just loud. So it was just like, bro, like, I'm tired of feeling like this. And I'm just like, God, just help me out, bro. I'm tired of this. And I was just like, man, one of these days, it's not going to be like this for me no more. I mean, my mom always told me, I grew, as you can see, I grew up in a Christian home. So just certain principles kind of always click. So life and death is in the power of the tongue. So that means you have the power to speak things into existence. You know what I mean? Good and bad, you know? Right. So I just was like, man, I just be telling myself, one of these days ain't going to be like this. One of these days I'm going to be this guy. One of these days I'm going to be able to do this and do that. One of these days I'm going to have this. One of these days I'm going to have a girl that love me for who I am. One of these days, and just really speaking positive, you know what I'm saying, over my life, over my situation, and to myself, and believing that God, because he saw me, would help me out. I mean, there was times, bro, where I would cry myself to sleep, bro, and be praying like, God, can you just fix this? Like, can you just give me an opportunity to, like, really make it and do what I love to do and not be the bed for it? Like it was wild, bro. But it really stemmed from a place of me just being sick and tired, bro. Feeling sick and tired of going to school every day, dealing with these kids. And, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna feel like that. You ain't about to do me like that. Like, one of these days I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be the guy. One of these days I'm gonna grow up and y'all gonna listen to me and y'all gonna wish y'all didn't treat me like that. Like, one of these days, the girls that was sleeping on me and treating me this type of way, you know, some people be like, oh, you in the 3rd grade. Why you care about girls? Boy, man, stop playing, bro. If you a kid, bro, you care about girls, bro. At some point, everybody wasn't on that tip, but I was. So that affected me, you know. But it's like, bro, it ain't gonna be like that. So just really speaking that, and living by that, and believing that God was gonna come clutch for the boy. That's what it was, man. It's just, you got to be, at some point, it's like your self-preservation has to kick in. Like, I'm not just about to keep taking these blows.
Right.
I'm not about to keep taking these blows. I'm going to fight back. Like, and even if I don't fight back physically with my fist, I'm going to fight back with my actions, because the best revenge is not even beating somebody up, at least to me. Because to me, the best revenge is the fact that I got records out right now that have been played all across the world. I got records out right now that people can sing word for word. Right. And you got to live with that. them people that did you slimy or that caused you to have the low confidence or did this and that to you, bro, them people got to live with the fact that they got to see you successful every day. They got to eat that, bro. Yeah. And some people don't remember what they did to you just because some people is just wicked, bro. And some people was probably dealing with some things that you might not necessarily know they dealing with. They're channeling internal stuff that they dealing with at home. You don't know what these kids is going through. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, so they might not even remember. But if they do remember, they got to live with the fact that out of everything that they did to you, you ate them punches. You ate them blows. You ate the bullets. You ate every piece of negativity that they sent your way, and you took their negativity and you turned it into fuel. You know what I mean? To really make you prosper and make sure that you moving how you supposed to move. So that was, that's what that was.
I definitely commend you on that. And speaking of like having a relationship with God, I've been in those moments where I've been frustrated, and I realized like you talk to God like we talking right now, right? Instead of just having, God, I hope I have a great day. God, I'm really tired of this.
You're
having a real talk conversation like, God, you my big brother, you my father. Like, I want this, and I want this. One day I want to be in a magazine. One day I want to have a podcast. One day I want to do this. And you realize, even out of frustration, if you've been upset, you can still speak good things in your life.
That's facts.
I can relate to that because I did that one time when I was in a messed up relationship. I said, the next person I talk to is going to be amazing. I said, she's going to build me up. I'm going to be in magazines. I'm going to be on the radio. I'm going to do this. I was like, oh. Now it's like, okay, this is what. God was like, okay.
Right.
All right. You got right. But I got you.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing you saying, God was like, okay, come on. I got you. Yeah. I really believe like in life is you go through what you go through. You give your blessing, give thanks. And stay humble at the same time, you pass on that blessing to the next person.
Thanks.
There's a kid going on through the exact same thing you're going through right now. Probably even worse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my favorite rapper went through that too? Oh, I can relate.
Yeah.
You know, let me listen to him. Oh, man, he got rap and he been through what I've been through. That's so relatable. You know? A lot of rappers we listen to, you were like, that was you too?
Right.
Like, oh, you never know how far you just speaking your word or speaking your truth in any form of way can bless the other person.
That's true.
Save their life. And I really feel like I know if you can say this too, it's like, we don't do this for clout.
Facts.
We don't do this for, I'm getting the money. No, I want to do it for, I want to save a life.
I feel it.
Even if I don't have the voice, maybe the person I'm interviewing can save a life too.
You know? I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel that. Real talk, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. I feel it.
Yeah. That's a, man, like we've been in the same circle for past, I don't know, 8 years or whatever. 8 to 10 years maybe.
When did you start going to the gym with Chris?
2014.
Jeez, I didn't even know it was that long. All right, so like 6 going on 7.
Yeah, 2014.
6 going on 7. That's nuts.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, like, I realized, like, we was all like, we all had good spirits and still do today. And that goes to my next question, pretty much. How important is it having that great circle around you, whether it's your friends, whether it's your relatives, your mother, whoever? How important is having that great circle around you, pretty much?
Man, I don't be trying to look, man. The Book of Proverbs tell you about some good counsel, man. Like, it's all in your counsel. It's all in your counsel. It's all in your circle. Your circle is everything. You know what I mean? Especially, at least for me, bro, my community, I wouldn't be who I am, or the type of person I am, or be as progressive as I am, with certain things without my community. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for people, in my corner that I know I could go to that had sound advice, that are in better situations, in more holistic situations than I am. And by means of, you can't listen to the person that don't have what you want to have. You have to have people in your circle that are just better than you. You just do. You have to have people in your circle that are better than you. If
Right.
you're the best person out of your circle, you got the most money, or you have the most knowledge or the most wisdom. Even if you're the best dressed, if you're the best at you know what I'm saying, overall in your circle, bro, you got to change friends. You got to change friends. I want to make sure, and I tend to make sure. I try to make sure that every last one of my friends, I want to be like them for some reason.
Mm.
Even if I'm not like, because even if I'm not like them 100%, there are traits from my friends that I want to have.
Good point.
There are traits from all across the board, regardless of whatever walks of life they come from. If you my homie, I'm just not name dropping. You my homie, you watching this, y'all know who y'all are. There's traits of y'all that I want to be like, and that's why they my friends. That's why y'all my friends. So if you can't look at your friends and be like, I want to be like Derek, because Derek is organized, and I'm unorganized. I'm just saying a random name. Yeah. And I'm unorganized.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. If you don't have that, bro, you got to change your friends. I know for a fact that my friend group and my community has completely boosted me as a person. I mean, and if you don't even have nobody, or you don't know how to read, bro, pray and ask God to give you a community. Pray and ask God that he will give you a very, very solid core community group in the name of Jesus that will just like completely change the trajectory of your life and who you are as a person. You know, friends that you can call on for personal stuff, friends that you can call on for on the surface stuff. And the other thing is, every friend that you have does not have to be, they don't have to be your friend for the same reason. And every friend that you have, you don't have to bring them everything that you would bring the other friend. Like, you have friends for different reasons. You have one friend that you can talk to about this, that you can't talk to about that. You got another friend that you can talk to about this, that you can't talk to about that. And if that's the case, that's okay. If you have a friend group where you can talk to everybody about everything, that works too. But even if you don't, and you're like, I don't have that, look at the traits, bro. Look at the individuals that you got in your circle, in your corner, bro. Because they represent you. Your friends are a representation of you, which is scary. You know what I mean? But they are. You know, they're a representation of who you are at the moment. They can represent where you've been, or they can represent who you are at the moment and where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's extremely important, bro. I love my homies, bro. I love them to life. I love them like my own mother birthed them. That's just what it is.
Facts. Anybody that's listening, it's important to have a great circle around you. It's important to have a circle that you can trust, you can go to. Like, for example, for me, there are friends who I can go to, I can be raw with. Like your cousin Lawrence. Like, yo, tell me out a lot. Like, yo, I'm going through this, and he'll give me the truth. Yeah, CJ, example. Yeah. And I always told him, like, I want his confidence.
Yeah.
The way you confident, the way you approach things, and man, I wanted to be that. And I talked to him today. He's like, man, I'm proud of you. And it's okay for us males to say, I'm proud of you, bro.
Real life.
It's not like, oh, you say, no, it's okay to say that.
Right.
For that that's perceiving that, you like, oh, okay, all right. Let me keep doing this then. Let me work on the next song. Let me do the next podcast, the next video, let me write my next book. You know, any man, what you say to a man, if you give a man a compliment, it does not take away your strength. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you, we talk all the time. I try to text you, hey man, love what you're doing. You do the same thing. And times you call and you pray for me and my wife, yo. Appreciate that. It doesn't take away, bro. It doesn't take away your strength.
Facts.
So, you know, that's listening to this podcast or viewing it, it's okay to do that.
For real.
It's okay to be like, bro, I'm proud of you. You know, it's definitely okay to do that. And that's the idea of breaking the stigma pretty much.
Facts, man. You know? This stigmas is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Stigmas is crazy, bro. It's like you really there's really a lot of broken men out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of broken men, bro. A lot of broken men.
Yeah.
I mean, there's trauma that, like, through quarantine, I've even had to deal with, bro. And like, bro, like, look at myself in the mirror and be like, Ace, like, can't be thinking like this, bro. Like, you can't process information like that, bro. Like, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. The stigmas that are out here for us, especially as Black men, bro, it's got to change. It's got to change for sure.
Agree 1,000%. Like it's got to change. We already got like, I feel like it's like you're running a race and the other person got the lead.
Yeah,
So we already got like the harder road to go through anyway. Being in this country,
yeah,
being in America. So why make it hard for yourself? You know. So
right.
it's I definitely any man that's going through a problem and you feel like it's hopeless, whether it's depression, suicide, grief, or anything, it's okay to reach out. You know, there are a lot of males who, like us, or us in the past, who's facing issues and feel like you carrying that load, you carrying that anger, you carrying all this emotions. So by the time someone says anything to you, you're ready to flip off.
Yeah,
You know, so instead of, bro, I need you. Come get me, come scoop me. Let's go to the gym. Let's do something. You know, it's okay to. I'm gonna keep saying this. It's okay to reach out. It's okay to do that.
real life,
Yeah,
real life.
yeah.
It's a fact.
I feel like 2020 has been a great year for reflection, pretty much. And my next question is, how important is self love to you?
Oh man, self love is extremely important, man. Self love is it's something that's not necessarily taught always, but
Mm-hmm.
it should be.
Yeah,
Like I said earlier, my mom was always like, nobody can love you till you love yourself. Um, but because the whole kill is that like you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself. But if you don't love yourself, how can you love your neighbor? How can you show love to the next person? How can you be generous to the next person when you're not even generous to yourself? You
agreed.
don't even take care of yourself. Like you're not even, you know what I mean? It's a very important thing, bro. And it goes beyond like just looks, like how you being confident in the way you look. Like that's a self-love is a whole thing. Self-love can be you making sure that you're getting the right amount of rest at night. You know what I mean? Which is something I have to deal with. Me being a rapper and just like the amount of years that I've put into music, I have developed a problem with not sleeping. But
Oh,
I have to be able to make sure that like I'm trying to live to be 95. I'm trying to see my grandkids. I'm trying to see my kids' kids if I can. My kids' if I can. You know what I mean? I can't be walking around here running off of 4 or 5 hours of sleep for the rest of my life until I'm like 40. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, I have a girl I'm trying to marry. I got a family I'm trying to have, and I want to be able to be a family man. I want to be able to be there. After this rap stuff, you know what I'm saying? The peak of the rap stuff over with, and I make all the money and I get all the Grammys and all that stuff, bro. I'm going home. I'm going home to my wife. I'm going home to my kids, bro. I'm gonna be at them little boys' football games and science fairs, and
yeah,
I want to have 4 or 5 of them jokers. You know what I mean? Like that's I want to be there and I want to be
yeah,
fully enabled bodied. So, but it starts now at 21, making sure Asa develop a better sleep schedule. Make sure you're drinking your water like you're supposed to. Even certain things, making sure, okay, I know that certain things run in my family. Let me make sure that if I do eat fried foods or sugar or salt or whatever it may be, let me try and find something holistically to kind of counteract that. Let me clean my liver out with some dandelion or something. Let me eat some moringa seeds in the morning more consistently instead of coffee, because coffee is a little bit more acidic. It just manifests in just taking care of yourself. That's what that kind of boils down to, at least for me, bro, because it's like when you don't love yourself, it shows, bro. Like you gotta do right by your body. You gotta do right by your mind. You gotta do right by your organs. Sometimes self-love is turning off your phone or putting your phone on the driver do not disturb. You know what I'm saying? One of the homies, Izzy, I really commend Izzy because my engineer, you know what I'm saying, we make music together. But Izzy he knows when to stop. He knows when to stop. And there are times where I'm not gonna be able to reach Izzy. It's just not. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. It don't matter how many songs I write that day. It don't matter how fire it is. There's gonna come a time where Izzy will be like, "Yeah, bro, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna go take care of myself." I'm with, he's in a great relationship. He's like, "Yo, I'm with my girl right now. This is time for me and my girl." It don't matter. It don't matter what's going on. Diddy could call me tomorrow. If on that day, that's Izzy's rest day, oh no, I'm out of luck, bro. There's nothing I can do, bro. Diddy,
Yeah.
bro, I got Diddy, bro. I could blow his phone up as much as I want to.
Yeah.
He knows when to stop because he's taking care of himself. He loves himself. He wants to make sure that he's balanced out as an individual, and that's something I commend him for.
I like that.
And that I really look up to him for that.
Yeah.
So as if you're seeing this, I mean, I've told this to you to your face, but boom, it's public now, so bow. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I really commend him for that. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, I look up to that. That's something that I'm trying to implement in my own life. Like, just like I said, man. So it's super important, bro. Whether even if it's mental things, like sometimes people blame themselves for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes that's a thing. Based off of certain trauma that has happened in people's lives. Sometimes they blame themselves for something that's really not even their issue. Yeah. But if you know that that's something you deal with, you have to be able to really like assess the situation and be like, okay, this is not my fault. And sometimes self-love is telling yourself, when you know for a fact that it's not your fault, that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like all of that, it's a health thing, man. Like, that self-love is serious, bro. Because when you don't really see the value in yourself, things can really get unseen. You can get yourself in bad situations. You can get yourself around bad people, around bad circles of friends, bad relationships. Like, you know, that self-love is important, and it exudes. People can tell when you love yourself. People can tell when you care about yourself. People can tell just by how you carry yourself, your energy, though. So you're giving off that energy that, oh, I don't like myself. So how do you expect the other people to feel? You trying to get a girl, but it's like, frick, she can smell the insecurities on you. Like, it oozes out. It oozes out. So it's like, and I've had to know that, because there's some dudes, bruh. I'm gonna pause, bruh. Some of these dudes be ugly, cuz they don't be hitting, but they be bagging some of the most beautiful women. Why? It's not always because of the money. It's because they got a certain type of self-love for themselves that they have. And women enjoy that. Women like that. Yep. Everybody has something that they're good at. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a drive, a passion to do something, even if you don't realize it. God has placed something special within each and every human being, bro. And it's I wouldn't say it's up to you to find out what that is, but it's up to you to tap in with God and the person who created you. The real person, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? I got to say that. But the real person who created you. Yeah. And tap in and find out what that is. Because it's something, there's no reason to be insecure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's no reason to be insecure, because them insecurities and that stuff lead to a whole bunch of different problems. Sometimes it leads to substance abuse. Sometimes it leads sometimes it even leads to pornography addiction, and you don't even know why. That's something that you deal with. Where it's sick. Like, this self-love thing is wild. Like, so many, bro. Yeah. So if you're watching this and you're not really the most confident person, bro, I really want you to look at yourself in the mirror and pray and ask God to show you why he built you, show you the things that are inside of you that you didn't even think was that special. But when you look at everybody else, they don't got that. You might be able to deal with that. You might be able to knit a little bit different than everybody else. Your hands might be a little bit more steady. Your penmanship might be a little bit sharper than the rest of the people around you, but you ain't never noticed because you were so busy looking at what they got that you don't have, that you ain't even realize that you have a steady hand and you're not squeamish, and you're a really good person, and you like helping people, and you want to see, and you know, you like helping people, and you don't really eat bad, but you don't necessarily eat good, but you like seeing people happy, and you have a steady hand, and you're very empathetic to people's sicknesses and diseases. Mm-hmm. So maybe your passion might be able to go into the medical field somewhere, but you wouldn't know that if you were too busy looking at everybody else's, oh, he the coolest person in the school, oh, he get all the girls, or he got all the muscles, or he's taller than me, or he's shorter than me, he's skinny, whoever, or she's like, whatever the case is. Stop the spirit of comparison, bro. That comparison stuff will literally zap and suck away everything that makes you special. So that self-love is important, man. If you want to be successful in any way, shape, or form, you got to understand why you're great. You got to understand what makes you different from everybody else. Like, I know for a fact, bro, I really don't be on the type of time everybody else be on. I'm a different dude, bro. And I embrace it. You know what I mean? I am not the average cool person. The only thing that makes me cool is the fact that I embrace that I'm not cool. That's what makes I embrace that I do everything completely off kilter than the average rapper. I don't got the tattoos on my face. I haven't dyed my hair. I mean, the freeform hair thing happened by accident. I mean, it's, you know, like, I didn't do this on purpose. I don't got no tattoos. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I rap very characterish. I sound like a freaking animated Nickelodeon character sometimes. I do that on purpose, bruh. That's just how I am as a person. If you're too busy looking at everybody else, you're not going to be able to see a way for you to be able to prosper in life. It just completely takes away the joy from that. But the first step of really being able to prosper, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, is that you got to learn to love yourself, you know? So
I agree 1,000%. And anybody that's listening and you're comparing yourself to the next person, to the next guy, to the next female, to the next person who got a family, you never know what that person had to get through to get to that point. You never know what that person had to get to to have a smile on their face. You're here for a reason. There's only one you. You're great.
Facts.
Regardless of what anyone says, the most important opinion in the world is how you view yourself. Your self-love is very important. Your self-love affects every single thing. It affects how you eat, how you treat yourself, who you be with in a relationship. That affects everything, who you choose, who you be around. So just know anyone who feels any kind of negativity about themselves, look in the mirror and feel this, hey, hand on your chest, say, I'm still alive. I'm here for a reason. I have a purpose. There's only one me. There's only one great me.
Yeah.
Anybody that's listening to this interview in any kind of way.
That's facts, man.
So this was super great. I always ask the question before I wrap this up. And let's say you get up in the morning, right? You brush your teeth, get yourself together. You're looking in the mirror. And what motivates you?
Man, motivates me to what? Just be successful, to keep pushing, keep moving, keep going. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. I that's a whole nother situation. But honestly, man, I love what I do. I love what I do. I love music, bro. I love music. I love music. I love music. And I know that I can provide a life based off of my gifts for the people that I love. That will be very high quality. The people that have believed in me over the years when they didn't have to, the people that stuck their neck out for me, the relationships that God gave me. That's one of the things that I can say that motivates me to just keep pushing on days where I don't really feel like going. Or the amount of people that, for me personally, the amount of people that stuck their neck out for me when they didn't have to. The amount of people that gave that kid from Portsmouth a chance to record or to make music with them when they didn't have to. People that believe in me. I mean, even for me personally, like my parents, bro. My parents really, my parents have been very, very instrumental, extremely instrumental in making sure that I had what I needed to really pursue my dream and my passion from day one. Between my parents, between me being in love with the woman that I've been with for going on 5 years now, my high school sweetheart, and being able to provide a life for her that she deserves because of how an amazing of a woman she is. My future children, because I know that I'm a part of my great grandfather's story. You know what I mean? And it don't end with me. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a legacy. I want to be able to leave a legacy. I want to be the first one to, I'm going to be the first one to leave generational wealth for my children's children. Like, what are my great grandkids going to say about me? What are the stories that are going to run about me? Are they going to look up in their situation, in their beautiful home, and not just beautiful by architecture wise or by the money, like the fact that there's structure in their home. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where did that structure come from? Where did the fact that they don't necessarily realize at a young age that they are able, that they're privileged? Where does that privilege come from? Was it always like that? They're going to learn about the other places of the world and the other people and people that aren't as fortunate as them. What are they going to say? Why is this and why is that? And how can they help? Because they're going to know that they have this and there's some people that don't. So what they're going to be like, what can I do to help them? Like, and where does that come from? There's going to be so many questions that they're going to ask, because there's so many questions that I've asked about my own great grandparents and where my heritage and lineage came from, as far as for my family. What, you know what I'm saying? What are the things that they're going to say about me? So just between certain things like that, man, and just the fact that I know that God gave me a purpose beyond the monetary gain and beyond the accolades, and the fact that I love what I do, because I love what I do, is bigger than music. There's lives that I'm supposed to touch with my ability. You know what I'm saying? That I would have never been able to touch like any other way. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that I'm going to come across that if I quit now, I might not be able to say something to that person when I meet them that changed their life. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much, bro. There's so many things that me personally, bro, I look up in the mirror every morning and I wake up and I'm like, I got to keep going because of this. I got to keep going because of that. I got to keep going because they took a chance. They took a chance. They believed in me. God gave me this. And even if you don't have those things, be motivated straight off the fact that God woke you up and that your story not done. Regardless of how or what it looked like, what it feel like around you, bro. The fact that you woke up, regardless of what you did the previous day, God gave you another chance to undo some things. He gave you another chance to do it right. He gave you another chance to choose life in that day. He gave you another opportunity to make something out of that 24 hours, to make something special out of that 24 hours, because you're never going to get that 24 hours ever again. So if anything, bump all of that. Be motivated off the fact that you got another day to make something out of that day, to make something special out of it. You know what I mean?
Powerful, bro. I'm gonna just say this. I know you for years, and like I always tell you, I'm extremely proud of you. I'm extremely proud of your growth. I'm extremely proud of the way you think. It's not that many 21-year-olds thinking at this level. Real talk.
Appreciate that,
not
bro.
really 30, 40-year-olds work on this level. And what you're getting ready to do and already doing, you're getting ready to touch so many lives, bro. I can see it happening. Anyone's listening, get used to this face. Get used to this voice. He got so much to offer the world, and you will not be disappointed in this man at all. I know him personally, and I can tell you that. You know, I'm extremely proud of you, bro. I am honored to have you on my podcast.
Man, it's an honor to be here, man. To God be the glory, bro. No cap.
Appreciate you, bro. Before we go, totally honest where to find you, what you got going on, as far as your IG or anything. Where to find you, pretty much.
Man, you want to follow me? Anybody that's listening right now, man, follow me on any social media at The Real ATP, or just type in Ace of the Prodigy, ASATHEPRODIGY. You know what I mean? That's just what time it is. We on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you know, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be. I don't really be up on Twitter as much as I used to, but, you know, we here, we vibing. And, yeah, man, we got new music coming for y'all. We just going to keep putting that pressure, keep making them bangers, and just keep being the best versions of ourselves that we can be. You know what I mean? That's what time it is. 2 up.
Awesome. Anybody's watching, this was episode 18 of Walking Purpose. Walking Purpose is on every Sunday on Spotify, on Apple. You also get a visual version of the interview. I want to say thank you for everyone, your positive support. You know, I started this vision literally during the pandemic. You know, God gave me a vision to uplift kings. I didn't know what that was. You know, so anyone is watching, you have a vision, act on it, pray on it, saying, God, show me my purpose. I guarantee you he will show you. Don't worry about, oh man, the money, everything will come. Just obey and listen. Thank you so much, everyone.